In the Bahamas, unaware the State Department had issued a travel advisory in the area. Eva Pilgrim has the story. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, George. These two moms say they thought they were doing all the right things to be safe. They were in a pair. They didn't take drinks from strangers. They weren't drinking in excess. But this morning, they say their drinks were drugged at a Bahamian resort and they were attacked. The FBI now investigating. Amber Shearer and Dengalia Dobson were on their first kids-free vacation on board a Carnival cruise.
We've been best friends for over 20 years, and we decided we were going to make this our girls' trip.
On the last day of their trip, they stopped at a local resort on Grand Bahama Island, a resort they say the cruise ship recommended. Once there, the mothers claim they were offered a 2-for-1 drink, which they accepted, but immediately fell ill.
After the first drink, we had to get out of the ocean because we noticed that it was just hitting so hard. I just felt so out of it.
Shearer and Dobson say they lost consciousness and allege that after drinking the drugged cocktails, members of the resort staff sexually assaulted them.
I vaguely remember glimpses of his face. I don't remember all of it. I don't remember everything, but I remembered enough of that he was a staff worker and he had a goatee and he was a local, that the resort security were able to go pull the footage and identify them right then and there.
They say there were bruises on their legs and that they tested positive for various drugs. The Royal Bahamas Police posting on Facebook confirming 2 men were arrested for sexual assault of 2 women and that an investigation is underway. Shearer and Dobson say that's not enough. They're back in the U.S. demanding justice. The State Department issued a level 2 travel advisory for the Bahamas in late January due to an increase in homicides and sexual violence.
It's extremely important if you're going to go overseas to look on the State Department website as to what they say about crime. What security level is it?
An attorney for the women says the cruise ship bears some responsibility.
Carnival has an obligation to warn about dangerous conditions that they know about or they should know about. And they also have an obligation to make sure that the areas that they're recommending to passengers, to tourists, are safe.
Carnival Cruise responding to the incident, saying in a statement, while ashore in Freeport, Bahamas on
and something. So they had their girls trip. And just in case you don't know, when women go on girls trips, they want to get piped down. So they made sure not to have their husband there or not their kids there, and they had all this fun. And then they went and said that these 2 men, after we had our drinks, they went and took advantage of them. Out of everybody, they picked them. Interesting. And then they didn't have any proof about showing any proof of what happened, just based off of what they said.
On an independent shore excursion, 2 guests on Carnival Elation reported to Bahamian police that they were sexually assaulted at a local beach. Our onboard care team provided support for the 2 guests as they sailed back to Jacksonville. Bahamian police are investigating the matter and Carnival is providing our full cooperation. So what can you do? These 2 telling us while they thought being with one other friend was enough, they are reconsidering that now. Their advice for other women, stick to groups of 4 or more when traveling.
Interesting. So like I was saying, there was no proof. They just took these women's words and some shocking proof came out that I'm going to show in a second. But this is what happened when women go on girl trips. When women want to go out and have fun, they want to indulge in drugs, and they do want to get piped down. So by them pretty much having these strong desires to fulfill and get the most out of their girl trip, a lot of times they want to end off with somebody piping them down. So this footage came out that was
at 8:24.
very
Then at 9:40,
interesting, showing them having a good time with the guys. Look at that. They're walking. They're pretty much, arm in arm. They look very, very comfortable. It looked like they was like very, very intimate.
the girls met with one of the guys who's being accused. Then at 10:06, you can see them. Looks like they're walking arm in arm with these 2 guys. They were headed towards the western side of the beach where the alleged incident took place. Now check out this video and then listen to what they have to say about it.
Refused to let us see a U.S. physician or a carnival physician
refused to let us have a rape kit done immediately, made us go to the bathroom, like.
So now they're the victims. All after the footage came out that they was really, really feeling those guys. Oh man, these two married women, and they was really, really arm in arm with these guys walking. I wonder what would their husband think about that.
But guys, they wouldn't even give us a rape kit after we had been raped. They refused. They made us go to the bathroom and use toilet tissue, and they collected toilet tissue as their specimens.
And then they did an alcohol test on us like we were just super drunk. We had hardly any alcohol in our system at all.
Well, the resort says that their EMS offered medical assistance to both of the girls, but they declined and even signed a.
Wow. So they offered them medical assistance, but the women didn't want it, and they signed a waiver. Ain't that something? Wow, footage these days can just tell everything.
Waiver, and then they left for the cruise ship in a private vehicle, but knowing the gravity of the incident, their officers boarded the cruise ship, providing an SA kit and hospital form to the ship's medical doctor. So that's completely different than what the girls are saying. And just to throw in there is now a GoFundMe with a $10,000 goal. Apparently it's.
And that's not the wow. So now they want to get paid. So it's a GoFundMe. So basically they wanted to go out and have fun, indulge in alcohol and drugs. And so well, since I feel bad, or maybe it's because they don't like how well the guy put it down, now the women can just say that they was raped now. So now they have different rules that now the women can say after was within a week or so, they can just say that I felt like I was raped, and then now they'll go after the guy with no type of evidence. But this time they actually had evidence, and later on, those guys actually was fired not because of what the other lady said about him them raping them. They were fired because of some of the other activities that they was doing under the video footage. But yeah, just like that though. So now they have their GoFundMe. So these women, it looks like they was running a good scam, and then people just believe them right away without seeing the evidence. But think about all the men out there that they're in jail, and then they didn't have any evidence, to get them out like this. These guys had the evidence of showing that those women was willing. So they was willing, and then they wanted to. They was really, really enjoying themselves with those guys. And then at the end, they just had a change of heart. So that's why guys have to really watch it when it comes down to the women that you choose to deal with sexually, just based off of how she feel. Feelings are fickle. She can feel one way about you one moment, the next moment, if she feels that you're not kissing her butt enough, she can go and say that she was SA'd. So, but yeah, so let me know what you all think about it. So do you all think that this was right for them to do this? Do you all believe the ladies, or do you all think that they got what they wanted? Let me know in the comments.